17 is underway. And he returns this to the 22.
On the return, his guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Here's Mayfield. Sliding out of the pocket. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You'd be really
You don't deserve
upset,
anything
right?
for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they were happy about that play.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
10 at the 45-yard line.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Mayfield on play action. That's caught by the tight end, Harrison Bryant. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. From the gun, Mayfield. Complete. Jefferson the target. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. caught. Touchdown. Van Jefferson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. To throw is Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I've not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
They go play action here on first down. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. Well, that didn't take very long. You mentioned you have to keep him under wraps. Avoid the big play is what you said, and here he makes one in the first quarter.
Yeah, you can't let this become a habit. Otherwise, you know what will happen? He'll flat out take over this game.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So the face mask moves him closer, and now 1st and goal. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. On second and goal, here's the option. Quick strike out wide by Jackson. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to third and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. On the ground, Geis. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
And goal at the 1-yard line.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. From the gun, it's Jackson. And it's caught. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the ball will go over on the goal line stand. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about to get to the...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. On the ground, it's Chubb. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones at a first down. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game. That game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
First down, Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with second down coming up. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He finds an opening past the 40, and that's caught by the tight end, Bryant. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
The 49-yard line.
Yardage here, back at the 47. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 47-yard line.
They go play action. Mayfield. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 29-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Running from the gun, Johnson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 32-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
In your face.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
48
Now Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And the lead moves to 10-zip. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their history. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
Come on, fellas.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Open man is Duvernay. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On first down, this is Geis. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. Now on 2nd and 13, Jackson. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run it in, going option right, and they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from 8 yards out, and the Ravens draw a bit closer. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
The score, Monarchs 10, Ravens 7. Justin Tucker.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Intercepted by the Ravens.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They go play action with Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Jackson on first down. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. That'll be taken about a yard deep. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They stay on the ground. Geis again. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try and get it with Geis. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. The A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
40 yards. Hurry. Heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges. Check. 48's the mark. Check. Hey, alert.
And again, it's Chubb. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down right.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
It's now 3rd and 8.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
I'm going back to you. Hey! Watch Mike. I'm on. 52.
To throw, Mayfield. He completes it to Bryant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down. On the carry, it's Chubb. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They run it again with Chubb. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to Geis. Tony Brown there on the tackle.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. A quick throw complete into the flat-out left. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 6 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
3rd down.
From the gun, Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
Baltimore.
Out of the gun, Geis. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
The ball carrier.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Yard line, 2nd and 9. Play action. It's Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, Mayfield. He'll look underneath and dump it off to Duke Johnson. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I want to see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that.
They bring their punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion. And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Avery Williamson able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there. Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good. And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it. 3rd and long for Mayfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race.
Oh, man.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Mayfield to throw it. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for the Michigan Wolverine, Donovan Peoples-Jones. But now it's 3rd down.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And he'll wind up picking up about 4, as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
And it's 3rd down.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And down inside the 15 he goes. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, this game's over.
Geis with the carry on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a gain of 6, and that ought to just about do it. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Mike 96, Mike 96. Guys, this game situation.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so. Bringing up 2nd down and a bit farther.
Charles, in this one, I think the storyline really, the 4th quarter, coming into it neck and neck, but they were able to separate, put their foot on the gas, and get the win.
And since you mentioned neck and neck, I'm going to stay with a little bit of a horse racing theme. It was that close, and then really went into the gallop and finished it strong.
One more horse racing theme.
Go.
I am glad you posted today.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So for the Ravens, a final win means they will finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-4. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the home team here, despite the loss here, they're going to wind up with a very good 11-5 overall mark. And as division champs, they will host a playoff game next week in the wild card round. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.